Well, I thought I'd come home and grab some stuff that's going out today. It's a Friday, so I don't ship over the weekend, and so I need to get these out. They don't have to be out until next Monday and Tuesday, respectively. But I'm going to go ahead and get these out of here. I've got to meet a guy in a few minutes. He's going to buy some of that infamous tape I keep selling on OfferUp, so I've got to meet him in just a few minutes. But I thought I'd let you see just a couple of simple things that I got. I had gotten this for 50 cents. I think it was 50 cents. It might have been $1. I believe I paid $1 for this, actually. And I ended up selling it for $8.99 yesterday. And it was listed maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 hours, something like that. I've also got this pair of jeans. It's the Levi's 505 regulars. And they're the 16 Husky, which is a difficult size to find sometimes. And somebody snapped those up. These are some of my 50-cent Play-Doh's jeans that I bought. And I sold those for $16.99 plus shipping. Everything's plus shipping. I also had this listed about 4 or 5 hours. I started listing a whole bunch this week, and like in the last 24 hours, I've been listing a whole lot, and of course, eBay woke up again. You know, like I say, there's always a correlation between that. I paid $1 for this. It was $1.99 at Salvation Army and on half price day. I picked it up. It's one of the Franklin Mint Diana outfits. And I thought, yeah, that'll probably sell, you know, or whatever. I put it down there, and I had $24.99 on it. And the lady made a best offer of $18, and of course I snapped that up. So it wasn't on for any length of time. Those 3 items are going out today, unless I have a few more come in later this afternoon. Also, I wanted to mention this. Get on Lane Bryant and get coupons like this in the mail. You can go on the Lane Bryant site if you've got one that's in your area. Usually a lot of the malls have stuff like this. Whether you shop there or not, people on eBay do, and on some different sites that you can sell this on. You can't sell the jewelry or anything like that on Etsy because it's not old. You know, you've got to sell something that's vintage. But I just got these, and I've done this deal several times. This one's 15 off 15. And so I go in and I look for the clearance, which at mine, they honor it on the clearance. But even if they didn't, you usually can find earrings for around $16. They do it, you know, just so that you've got to purchase something. So for like $1.07 in my area, because of tax and everything, $1.07 I can buy earrings, and I can usually sell them for at least half of whatever the retail is. I've got this 15 off 15 that I use now, so I'm going to go and use that on my way. And then I've got another one that's good in like 2 weeks, and it'd be another 15 off 15. And I've sold every single thing, you know, almost right away, like within just a couple or 3 weeks. And I just put it up there, and of course it's brand new with tags. So it's something that you can do. That's just a little hint. Any of those type of things that you can get on a mailing list, you need to, an email list, because they'll send you coupons and stuff all the time. And it's always stuff that you can sell. Well, my man is beeping me over here, so I need to head up to the local Walgreens. I always meet at the Walgreens that's close to my house, and that way we're in a safe area for everybody, and they can see the van because it's sitting there huge. Rosie's got signs on the side, so he'll be able to find me. I'll check back with you later.
I'm Rhonda. Nice to meet you, George. This is what you're purchasing.
Okay.
And if you need others, if you find that you need others or whatever, I've probably got about 15 more, something like that. And if you'll follow me on the page, or if you're on Facebook, or you go on here, I liquidate all kinds of stuff all the time. from all of my estates. So anything that you're looking for, just let me know. Do you use these for business or for you?
Yeah, for me, but I have a lot of boxes that we're gonna move and stuff, and also
awesome. Well, that was a good deal for you.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So
well,
thank
if you see that you need any more for any reason, just let me know.
I believe I will because, like I said, I send a lot of stuff like to Mexico and stuff, so in boxes.
I sell to people all the time, and so right now I've got probably, I'm thinking about 15 at this point in time.
Okay,
so just
15
let me know right away.
of these, right?
Yeah, 15 at the packs.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I'll let my mom know today, and I'll let you know on the.
If you let me know right away, then I can pull them back for you.
Okay. What else do you?
All
movies.
I got a lot of movies for sale. I do things in booths and stuff here locally or whatever. Right. Those are all for sale too. If you want to look through them, that's up to you.
Maybe next time I'll just see them, but
yeah,
definitely keep you posted on these.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you. Be careful. Okay, so George responded on OfferUp, and nice man, and he said that they are moving, and so he's using this. He knows it's lightweight box tape, like I said in the ad, and he said, you know, that's great. He had said that was great. They're going to be moving, but he packages things and sends to Mexico too, and a lot of times he'll do like double boxing and things, probably because that's how you have to do something like that. And so he's going to check back in with me, and I might sell some more. Had them for $4 a 6-pack right now, and I ended up selling them for $3 a 6-pack to him because he took 3, and I've only got like a quarter in them, so took them out of some of my estates. I don't use that type of tape on anything but maybe labels, and right now I've got self-stick labels, so I'm not using it myself. I liquidated it because I knew that there would be other people that would want it, so you always liquidate what you know people will want. See you later.
I met up with George, and I sold him some tape. Came home and used some tape. Not that tape. Other tape. And I got my packages already, and then I had something else come through, and so, well, you know how it goes. Anyway, so I've got to go back by storage again, pick up some Forever 21 shorts, vegan leather. You know, I told you that that'll sell those. I have 60 cents in those. They were a Plato's buy, and I sold them for $8.99 today. So, yeah, I get to go do that. Oh, and one other thing. I gave my card to George, and he called me, and he said, I see on here that you buy and sell collectibles and all that. And anyway, the short story is he has a late 18th century desk that was given to him that's more of a project piece that he thinks I can sell for him, and a few other items, and he's already sent me an email, and we're going to do some business that way. So you always want to give your card out. Oh, I got to get out of here. I made my way to storage, picked up some little shorts that I needed to get shipped off, got those ready, and barely made the post office. It closes at 5:30 in my town, and I think I got there about 5:20 today, so, which is usually pretty late for me. I usually get things done by midday, but it doesn't affect my shipping or anything like that. I'm actually shipping out before I really need to. I have a 3-day handling right now on my items, because I know with my estate dealings and things like that, and where I have to be and all of that, right now 3-day shipping is working for me. I'd love to do a 1-day, because that's usually when I get it out, is within 1 day, but I keep it at 3 right now. So I got those thrown up there to him, and he took care of those and gave him my scan receipt and all of that, and I thought, well, I've still got time. I don't need to leave until 6 o'clock tonight, or a little bit after 6 actually, and I thought, well, I'm going to run by Lane Bryant, which I did. They had a rack of sale things where you buy one and you get the second one 50% off, you know. And so I kind of looked through those, and I found one set of bracelets that was $16.95. And I thought, well, you know, I don't want to buy two of anything, whatever. And so I started looking a little bit more. Well, I found another set on a clearance rack that they had. And it was going to be a little bit less or whatever. I usually will end up getting bracelets or necklaces or pins, because those are things that one size fits all. You don't have to have pierced ears, you know, and things like that. But on occasion, I do get earrings, which I ended up with earrings this time because I started looking at the clearance rack, and it had all of the yellow tags on it. And so I found some of these. Got this little pair, and it's hard to tell here. These right here are kind of a powder blue. It's just real pretty. These are real pretty and real feminine looking and all of that. And you'll see on there that they were $14.95 was their regular price, and they had them marked down to $7.98. And I thought, well, that's cool. I could get 2 pairs of earrings, and I could have 2 different things up instead of just one item up. So I got those, and I found these, and these are little fish hooks, and those are dangly. I don't know. Can you see that? Looks good with my ring, except my ring's silver. But anyway, it shines. And I thought, well, with Christmas coming up and things like that, people like to do the dress-up thing, go out for cocktails and things like that. So I thought, well, that might be nice. These are little fish hooks on the back. And you'll see that those were $14.95 for $7.98. So I had these in my hand because I thought, well, that'll just come in right at the amount that I need to spend. And so I was going to be able to get both of these for that $15 plus a little bit, you know, I'll give them my coupon or whatever. So I get up there and she said, your total is $10.98. And I looked at her and I said, $10.98. She said, those are on sale. And I said, oh, okay. And I said, so if I grab one more, then I'll be able to get up over my amount. She said, yes. And so I thought real quick, and it was right there beside me. And I grabbed a second pair of these because I can do one listing. And if I had known, I probably would have gotten 3 pairs and just done one listing out of all 3 pairs and all of that. But I did that, so I got all 3 of these. They had been $7.98 on clearance. And you'll see what my receipt came up. Let's see. Where I saved $23.94. And there's what I ended up paying. It went on and took it off. And I didn't have to pay anything. So that's why I say you need to go on lanebright.com and you need to sign up for their email list, because you can get a lot of free stuff like that. I've done that 1 or 2 other times that I've done that. Well, let's see. The clock on the wall says 6:05, and I've still got to do my hair and makeup and all that kind of stuff. I've got to square dance again tonight. I'm going to go to a different square dance club. That's what we call them. They usually meet in churches or schools or something along those lines. This one meets in a church in downtown Memphis. And they, as hot as it is, and it is, it's still blazing hot here. It's a little cooler today, but not too much. But we have Christmas in July, so I dug around in my storage. We kind of trick the caller with different things, and so a lot of times we'll do funny little stuff, you know, or we'll do little skits and things like that. And, you know, I'm not going to be participating in it, but I figured I'm good for a prop if nothing else. So I got to get to square dancing. I don't know if it'll make us feel any cooler or not, but we'll be cool.
Corners 2. Walk around your corner with the right shoulder. Seesaw partner, your left shoulder. 4 minutes, star on the right, get along. Turn around and star on the left hand side. Pick up your partner with an arm around, star promenade this way. All back out and all circle to the left. With your corner here, roll left belly back. And roll left train. Yonder Wilson, yonder dancer. Meet a girl in promenade. You're there. 4 ladies chained straight across. All the heads square through forward. Everybody, when you meet, do a do-si-do.
Well, this is the next day, and I got a message really late last night from a lady named Pamela, and she wants to pick up one of my OfferUp items in the same parking lot. I meet at a Walgreens. It's near my home, which is always a good thing to do. You want to meet in a safe place, as they say. I have a very few people that I let pick up at my house, and it's usually that I've dealt with them quite a bit and they've bought quite a few things, and I might let them do a porch pickup or something along those lines. I do have a lot of security around my house, and I've got neighbors. I've been living here almost 25 years, so I've got the same neighbors just about all around me, so they know what's going on and what's not and all of that kind of thing. Plus, I have people at home usually. During the day, somebody's at home, whether I am or not, since I've got so many people living in my house right now, so our house. But the item that she's gonna purchase, this was on another haul video. It's a little first edition of Howdy Doody and Clarabelle. I found this at a Goodwill bookstore, and they were running half off that day. I met my kids and grandkids over there, and we shopped a little while, and I ended up finding this, and I paid up for it. I don't have it in front of me, but I think I paid around $3 for it or something like that, you know, and it's something that's just kind of I wanted to save it from going to a landfill somewhere at some point in time. So I had $9.99 on it, and I took a best offer from her at $7, so I figured that's fair. But I'm gonna head and meet Pamela. And on another note, George, the tape guy, has not contacted me back about the tape, but he did give me a phone call because I gave him one of my business cards. He did give me a phone call on the way to his house, and he has some consignment things that he might want to talk to me about. A 18th century desk that somebody gave him, so he doesn't really know how to price it. And he talked about a stamp collection and some different things like that on a house that he was working on. He apparently does some foreclosure type of things, does the work on that and the construction work and things. And so he was just given these things, and he said, so anything that I make, you know, it gets it out of my garage or whatever. So we're going to talk about doing some stuff like that. So you always want to hand your business card to somebody. Gotta go see Pam. Just thought I'd let you see my business card before Pamela gets here. Got my little logo on there and all of our pertinent information. This is one of my old cards, so it's got some old information on it, but this is the type of card I've got. I've got my new information on it. And then on the back, I've got on here that we are lifelong junkaholics who love to hunt down, refurb, resell, and otherwise preserve the memories of the past, turning them into the joys of the future, that type of thing. That we buy, sell, trade, which way do I need to go? There we go. Those type of things. That way it's on the back and it lets them know, hey, we do buy things. So we'll see if that works on Pam. Did you have the change? I brought some just in case. Little road's fun, isn't it?
When I remember, I'm coming.
And you went like, oh no! Listen, I've got twin boys that are 5, and we are so glad we're past them.
Oh, and you know what? We have 2 sets of twins.
Do you really?
Just had one on March 7th.
That's awesome.
And we have 7-year-olds.
Bless your heart. Mine live with me. I got the 5-year-olds, and Monday my little granddaughter turns 9. So we'll have lunch.
Yeah, we got it.
Here's your little book. There's a card for you in case you need anything. I'm an estate liquidator, so I get some of everything. Everything under the sun. A lot of stuff like this, you know, obviously. Furniture, electronics, movies, it doesn't matter what it is. Anything that somebody's looking for, I get them all the time, and I buy out the estates after, you know, I get done with it. I actually conduct the estate sales, and then I buy those out at the end, or buy out portions of them, or whatever, depending on what somebody's looking for. Right now, I don't have any. It's really hard to sell those because I've got to sell it between a certain window, you know, legally. There's certain things like that, taxidermy. There's certain things that they have a certain window that I can sell it on. Yeah, but what are you looking for? What's your wish list? Did you want like an Eddie Bauer? Or did you want a? Aren't you so pretty?
That's my mother's costume. Every time my son and her friends,
I have to go back and forth. Yeah, we had to do the Grammy thing too. Yeah.
He bought it, but he bought it for her.
I tell you what, let me ask my daughter if she's got any left in storage. I think, you know, because having 3 of them like that and everything, and she had things given to her because we had twins and we didn't know that was going to happen. So people gave us stuff. I think she's gotten rid of everything, but you're needing this size, and it's the only one that you're needing right now. Okay.
She's not the age, but she's the
Okay.
20s.
Okay. All right. So you need the front facing, and that one's the safety first. We had a safety first, and I think we had an Eddie Bowers check. Yeah, because it'd be inexpensive. Yeah. I'll just give you a message. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know if you got to hear any of that. She was in the car with a grandbaby, so I just walked around to her. Normally, I bring them to the back of the car. Well, let me get my money put up here. She was tickled with her book, though. I bring them to the back of the car because that way they can see the other stuff that's in my car. If I have the book in my hand up here and I just hand it through a window to somebody, you know, it kind of cuts out all of your upselling that you might do. And I'm pretty good at it, so I can almost always sell them a little extra something. We got to talking, and I just told her, you know, I don't know what you heard or if you heard anything, but basically I told her what I do for a living and that I buy out the estates at the end. I buy out all or portion of whatever doesn't sell after the estate sale, or I buy out other companies' sales. And she said, do you have any car seats? Well, I've got a really small window of time, you know, and I've got to be really, really careful about how I sell car seats, you know, things like that. I can't sell taxidermy unless it's certain types of taxidermy, you know, things like that. Being an estate liquidator, you know, I'm under even stricter guidelines, you know, than just a regular reseller sometimes. Regular reseller a lot of times can do a parking lot deal and I can't. Something like that, and I wouldn't anyway. But I said, yeah, you know, I might have something, and if I do, you know, it keeps her from switching the baby back and forth because they have to take the car seat in and out, and I so know how that is. We have finally gotten past that point with my 5-year-old twins, and of course my granddaughter that's 9 now, you know, is many years past that or whatever, but we remember those days of having to move everything back and forth and stuff, and it's always easy to just have a car seat in Grammy's car too. So we'll work on that and see if we can find her something. She said call her, message her, you know, whatever she needed, and we'll see if we can't find something. I think my daughter might have one, so that would be pretty cool. See you later.